I also found a cure for shingles. If anybody's ever had them, you can tap them away. Believe me, it works. All the medicine in the world didn't do me a damn bit of good. Just gave me a headache, made my stomach upset.
This seminar's helped me in many, many ways, too numerous. I don't want to keep you here all night, but a couple of things that are real quick. One, my first session with Robert, the workshop I attended, there was a lady here that had a fear of roller coasters. And so he asked us all to tap on something. And at that time, I did my fear of heights. And I could tell that the sensation and the feelings were different, and they didn't bother me the way they used to. But I never had a chance then to practice it. And the week before last, my husband and I just went to Hawaii, and we did a helicopter tour. And we did 8 zip lines. And I don't know if you're familiar with what a zip line is, but you hook yourself, you're in a little harness, you hook yourself up to a cable, and you zip across the waterfalls and gorges and valleys. And the longest one was 750 yards, and it was 150 feet up, and it was a blast, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Younger child, he really struggled in school, really struggled with learning, had some physical things in his mind that delay his processing in language. Language skills are really hard, and kids are really, at the school he goes to, they're pretty vicious, pretty brutal. He's very different than other kids his age, and he struggled with that for many years, and really always had negative things to say about school. I hate school, I want to change schools, I hate the kids here, I hate this, I hate that, and really negative. And fighting, with anyone that criticized him, or any teacher that did anything, didn't give him a grade or whatever, it's always someone else's fault. Just very, and he went to Robert, and I made an appointment for him before the school year started to see if Robert could help him break this just stronghold of hate of school. I mean, hate of the school, the teachers, the work, and the kids. And he came out, your first session is usually a couple hours, and I guess he came out pretty early. And he went to school a couple of days later, and when he came home from school, he said, his dad and I asked him, how was your day? And he said, it was really good. It's going to be a good year. And my husband turned to me and said, that's the first positive thing he's ever said, ever in his life, all 16 years, about school. And it's very different this year.
I had really, really awful anxiety. I had panic attacks, and I got to the point where I couldn't leave my house. I couldn't go to the grocery store. I couldn't go anywhere by myself. I was in a lot of fear. So my whole life was really messed up by this. And I was taking 6 Xanax a day, and that wasn't even really doing anything. So we did the tapping, and I'm fine. I mean, I am able to leave my house. I couldn't even drive. Yeah, I mean, I was horrified, and I don't have any of those problems anymore. They're gone. We did this about 5 or 6 years, probably about 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. So, and I haven't had any of it. So, I mean, I was stuck in my house. So this is great.
Thank you.
I didn't believe this because I've tried so many things that I was hoping would work but didn't work. And I'm supposedly like maybe bipolar. I'm on a medication study for that, and I just felt all spread out all over the universe, and no self-confidence. And so I went to Robert Friday, and I left there feeling together. And the other thing was this: I'm scheduled for an EGD and a colonoscopy next Monday. Well, I don't think I need that because my stomach ache went away. I mean, it's not there, and it was so cool. And then we worked on self-confidence, and that night my ex-husband came over, and I had the confidence to tell him all this pain and humiliation that I had been through when we were married. And I mean, I wailed it out, and he heard me, and he said, I'm so sorry, and I made my amends to him, and it was like a total God deal and a total freedom. So it was so cool.
Thank you so
Thank you.
so much for all your help, because I'm another person, really. I'm a lot more relaxed, and these fluorescent lights don't bother me anymore. First time I came to see Robert, I have to tell you, I was on the way to a free seminar, and I was really not sure about, if he was for real or not. So I had to get my friends down here to check him out. And I couldn't come because I started to have hyperventilating. And I sat in the driveway, and I thought I was going to just die because I was soaking wet and I couldn't breathe, and my chest hurt and my heart was pounding 20 miles a minute. And I had to go home. All my friends came without me. But as a result, I had to make an appointment with Robert because I thought that I was terrified of fluorescent lighting, just because, it touched something in me or something. And I found out later what it really represented, was my own inadequacies. And I can sit in this room today. I can go to Sam's or Walmart. I used to could not even go to Sam's or Walmart without having an episode. And my episodes were really becoming accumulative, over the years. I was probably having all this hyperactivity and action in my system about 4 times a day. And, it would come on when I wouldn't even want it. It's like I'd be at a closing or a title company with attorneys, and I'm sitting there spazzed out, going to the bathroom, laying on the floor. Now I might have to go to the bathroom and tap it out. So thank you, Robert. Thank you for changing my life.
Tell us about your spider fear.
Oh, well, it's strange. They just, somehow it seems I just attract them in my life.
They just show up.
They just show up. They just follow me.
They just follow her.
And like a couple of weeks ago, I was preparing my bed, and I stepped for 1 second in another room, and I came back, and in the middle of my pillow, this huge spider. And I don't know where it came from. It just here.
And can you feel it now just thinking about
Yes.
it? Like,
I do feel it right now.
Can you see it? Is this a real fear? Yes. Yeah. One time I had a seminar, and this guy came to see me. He had this fear of heights. And so we did something this simple, and I said, well, make your fear of heights come back. And he goes, I can't. It must be tired. I said, well, try to make it come back. You're on this high chair, this big tall chair. Can you make it bother you? No. I said, well, go to the elevator and go up to the very top and see if you can find your heights fear. Maybe you left it up there. So he went up there, and a few minutes later came back. I cannot find my fear. Did you leave it at home? The interesting thing is, we think it does it to us.
Last time they would kind of follow me all around, and after our seminar I was trying to find one to check how it works. I check all around, they just disappeared. I went outside, I couldn't find one.
And then you went where?
Well, I went to the zoo, I saw tarantula. They're cute, Thank you. They
Thank
really
you.
helped
You're
a lot.
welcome.